So for the last 2 days, boys and girls, we've been thinking a lot about the sky above our heads. First we considered why the sky was blue, and then we gave thought to why the sky changes to fabulous colours during a sunrise or a sunset. So for today, I have brought you to the Galloway Forest Park, not far from Bar, just up the road from where I live, and because we've got another fantastic example of something that happens around the sky. Now, we've had a different type of precipitation, that is, it's been raining. And with the rain, it's brought some fog and mist. So I wanted to explore that with you today. Come on. So boys and girls, we've arrived at a very windy Nick of the Balloch. This is a special pass that goes between Bar and Newton Stewart. Now, as you can see behind me right now, there is a lot of mist and fog. In fact, I'm practically standing in it right now. So as we look around a landscape that we're so familiar with, we see how much the fog has changed it. The massive hills behind me here, the steep valleys below, the little winding burns almost completely disappear behind this wonderful sheet of fog. Now we're going to go back to the farm now, as it's very windy here, and we're going to have a think about what fog is, how it forms, and how we can make our own fog in a bit of kitchen science in the barn. Come on! Fog, to put it simply, is a type of stratus cloud which is low-lying and therefore can affect visibility. So to think more carefully, how do these ground clouds or fog actually form? Well, in general, we see that fog is formed whenever there is a temperature difference between the ground and the air. When the humidity is high enough and there is enough water vapour or moisture, fog is sure to form. As we can see here, fog is most common near large bodies of water or valleys. Now, fog can produce precipitation like rain, sort of drizzly rain, or light snow. There are actually 10 types of fog. I wonder if you could try and research what they are. Newfoundland, Canada, is widely considered to be one of the foggiest places on Earth. On average, Newfoundland experiences over 200 foggy days every single year. The thickness of the fog varies depending on the atmosphere, temperature, weather, or location. Fog is most likely to occur at night or near dawn, when the temperature of the day is normally at its lowest. So I've decided instead of going into the barn, we would come to the learning lodge on the farm. We're going to perform a bit of kitchen science, and we're going to create fog, which is, as you know, low-lying cloud. So all we need to do this activity is some warm water, some hairspray, a glass or jar, and some ice on a saucer. So I'm going to show you now how to do this experiment, and I hope that you might be able to do something similar yourself. First things first, we add the hot water out the tap, almost to the top of the glass. We give it a good spray of hairspray. Then we set the ice on the saucer over the top of the glass. Now at this point, boys and girls, you will need to be patient and wait and watch. Keep watching. Keep watching. Eventually your cloud or your fog will start to develop at the top of your glass. And if you're patient enough, when you carefully lift off the saucer, you will see what looks like fog. So what's the science behind the experiments we've just carried out? For clouds to form, they need three things: water, cool air, and a condensation nuclei or seed. Water vapour evaporates from surface water. As it rises, the air cools. The cooler air, higher in the atmosphere, cannot hold as much water vapour as the warmer air nearer the surface of the earth. Some of the water vapour wants to condense, but in order to change from a gas to a liquid, water needs a non-gaseous surface. Cloud condensation nuclei, or cloud seeds, provide that surface. These can be any tiny solid or liquid found in the atmosphere, usually salt from the ocean, dust, or pollution. In the experiment we just did, you added water vapour to the jar by using warm water. The hairspray acted as the cloud seed. When you added the ice-filled saucer on top, you cooled the warm air, causing it to condense on the surface of the cloud seed particles, and this formed a cloud. So now we've finished our experiment on actually making the cloud in a jar, we're going to now do a second experiment, and this time we're going to look how the clouds actually make precipitation, the rain that we've seen today. So for this experiment we're going to use a glass, some shaving foam and some blue food colouring. First, you need to pour your water into your glass. Next, we spray the shaving foam onto the top of your water. That is going to be the cloud. So we've got the atmosphere and the cloud. The blue food colouring is going to act as the water. So I'm going to start slowly adding it on top of our clouds. It'll build up in the clouds until the clouds simply can't hold anymore, and then we should see it falling as rain. So as I carefully add my blue food colouring to the cloud, what you'll begin to see is the rain falling from the cloud. Ta-da! We have just made rain in a jar. I really hope you could try this yourselves at home. Brilliant. So that is our kitchen science complete for today. I really hope you'll give it a go to make some clouds or low-lying clouds as fog in a glass or jar. I'd love you to give a go of making rain inside your jars too. If you do give it a go, I'd love to see them. Bye bye boys and girls. See you again on Monday.